Hi everyone and welcome to today's Morning Report chart analysis videos with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec Markets. We've got a fairly cautious market open today. There's not a great deal of movement around the forex majors or the indices really. A little bit of a caution coming through on the equity markets. Nothing really in terms of direction though, but it's interesting that we're seeing a consolidation also on these forex markets after the dollar actually rallied yesterday. Big rally into the afternoon. You had dovish comments from Mario Draghi that hit the euro. Subsequently, the dollar benefited off the back of that, but also we had lead indicators in the States also coming out positively on the economic data side. So just generally a little bit of positivity, which helped to pulled treasury yields higher, certainly on the 10-year and the 2-year. Look at that 2-year. But interestingly, that we've seen the 10-year correcting, coming off again today. Even all the while, the 2-year continues to climb 176, and I'm going to show you a chart that is incredible now. Look at that. Absolute plummeting, flattening of the yield curve, 2-10 spread, 59 basis points. That's incredible. Just less than a month ago, it was up at 83. So that's an incredible sort of flattening of the yield curve, which I still think is going to have a play out on the dollar. It's going to restrict dollar strength, certainly, I think. Interesting that the dollar index has rallied back towards its old neckline, which is a potential resistance point today. But yeah, just generally speaking, little real direction on these markets. A bit choppy around on gold and the yen, which I'll take you through in my chart appraisals in a bit. But yeah, not really gaining too much direction either way on markets today. There's not a great deal of data today. Existing home sales into the afternoon. We've got some central bankers speaking today. We've got Mark Carney giving the inflation report testimony to the Parliament Treasury Select Committee today. Could have an impact on sterling, but generally speaking, existing home sales expected to rise by about 0.7% to 5.42 million. And then later on this evening, we've got Janet Yellen speaking at 11 o'clock UK time. So could have a bit of an impact on the dollar. But it's interesting that Janet Yellen has also announced that she's going to be stepping down from the FOMC once Jerome Powell takes the chair, and subsequently that opens up another place on the FOMC for Donald Trump to fill. Again, Donald Trump is going to be increasingly moulding the FOMC in his own vision. Read into that what you will. Okay, so my chart today is the euro yen. Now, what we have seen in euro yen, I've sort of talked about euro yen on several occasions, generally as the market comes back towards this support at 31.70. I've done it a few times in the last few weeks as it's looked to be on the brink of breaking down. Each time it's sort of rallied again as it gets towards that 31.70 support. Intraday breaks of the line at 31.70, which is that old breakout high, but every time it sort of comes back towards that support and bounces. Now we've seen that again yesterday. It was the lowest yesterday, 31.15 was the lowest since mid-September. But again we bounced into the close, forming a candle that, I mean, has arguably, you say near term, has that positive bounce move, but generally speaking, look at these momentum indicators. RSI 45, MACD lines are the interesting one. Didn't really register that rally at all before crossing lower, and the stochastics crossing lower with downside potential. So I think this time the market is building up for a test, and again it's fallen over this morning. Now this is interesting on the hourly chart. We've got a few pivots. 32.35 has been a bit of a pivot, and again that came in yesterday, and again sort of forming resistance. That is your key near-term pivot levels. 32.35 is the base of resistance, and then 33.15 again a bit pivotal level throughout November really. as your key level of resistance on the upside, but the market seems to be sort of taking on this more negative configuration. RSI failing around 60 on the hourly, MACD lines failing around neutral as we speak. It is sort of crossing lower. So yeah, it could be that the market is now topping out once more, and on a near-term basis, and it's going to put pressure on that 3170 support. A close below 3170 completes a 280 pip breakdown of this top, and that would suggest sort of 129 area. 129.35 is this low here from September. Initial support 130.60 from that reaction low later on in September. But yeah, the market does seem to be sort of shaping for this breakdown. Not yet confirmed in any way at all. But yeah, it does seem as though the market is shaping for this breakdown. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.